All right, y'all. Today's lesson is about voice parts in our choir. So we all have a little bit different voices, and we're going to go through some of them. Here's the highest. It's a soprano voice. Here it's kind of sweet and high above the rest of the choir, and it's usually female or an unchanged male voice. It goes from this A right here on the treble clef all the way up to a C and even sometimes way beyond that. So there's the soprano. Altos are the next. They are right below sopranos. You can see we have this this nice low E, which most middle school altos do not have. We're lucky if we get a G out of middle school altos, really. And then it's going to go all the way up to a B flat, and usually in middle school we're looking at more of an A. But as your voice develops, it will get all of these, especially once it settles. So here we go. Here's an example.
My country 'tis of the sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing.
And notably, altos usually are going to sing harmony and not typically the melody. It's a little bit more challenging to read at first, but once you get used to it, it's not bad. All right, tenors. Tenors are changed voices that are male, and they're the highest of the two. They usually sing harmony just above that soprano line. Normally, what you would think you're singing soprano, that lead melody line, you're going to sing just a little bit above that as a tenor. And you'll see they usually read on treble clef, but they also have this little 8 right there. It means that they're going to, even though this says it's a middle C, it's really not a middle C. It's a C 8 notes below that. So the C below middle C, and then up to an A. And here's an example of a tenor.
I am a tenor singing high.
All right. And then we are going to actually talk about 3 different male voice types today because some of our music will be soprano, alto, tenor, bass, and some of it will just be soprano, alto, baritone. So baritone falls between a tenor and a bass. Most guys are actually baritones. And you'll see that they have this G down here, but then they can sing all the way up to an F, okay, before they crack. Remember, those tenors had an A, but baritones had an F. Most of our guys are going to end up being baritones. So here's a great example.
I sing of love and sweetest strain, in songs upon the countries and climes. I sing to the fair damsels again and again, for a tenor's in love at all times.
All right, that's a fun little song if you want to look it up. It's Tenors and Basses by Gilbert and Sullivan. All right, now we'll talk about the lowest male voice in the choir. That's going to be a bass. And you can see it's a little bit lower. They have an F and then ghosted in an E. A lot of basses do have an E, and I've even heard some low basses you can hit all the way down to a C below that and even lower. So typical range, though, is going to be that F up to a middle C, and a lot of times we expect our basses to go even to a D or E. So here is a good example of a bass.
Oh, no. I mean, it's easy to sing melody, whoopity-doo, but we're the foundation. I mean, check this out. We sing in the middle, and then we sing down low, 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 low.
All right, so those are the 5 different voice parts in the choir. And here is just a review of them in order from highest to lowest. You have soprano as the highest, then alto, tenor, baritone, and bass. Most often we'll see tenor bass and not the baritone, but occasionally baritone sneaks in on there with us. All right.